It's incredible.
Brendan, are you there? Or are you on the floor?
Holy crap.
Person with a uterus had a sulky smile. They took a standard pose as you presented yourself. They had sultry eyes. They made it perfectly plain that Jer was Gonzo's for a price. But Gonzo said, "Let me alone. I'm a family man. Though my wife's bark is worse than her bite." Gonzo said, "Let me alone. I'm a family man. If you push me too far, I just might." They wore hurt surprise as they eject your makeup to protect yourself. Drop your price and pride. They made it totally clear that they was Gonzo's for a night. But Gonzo said, "Let me alone. I'm a family man. Though my wife's bark is worse than her bite." Gonzo said, "Let me alone. I'm a family man. Push me too far, I get uptight." They gave Gonzo your look. It would have worked on any real macho man downtown. Gonzo looked they up and down. They knew Gonzo couldn't decide if Gonzo should drop her or bail out. Gonzo screamed, "Let me alone, I'm a family man. Though my wife's bark is worse than her bite." Gonzo said, "Let me alone, I'm a family man. If you push me too far, I just might drop trow." They turned, tossed your head, unlike the opening move. Sure find the exit line. Gonzo waited much too long, but by the time Gonzo got up his courage up, they was gone. Then Gonzo screamed, "Put me back in my cage! My mother-in-law's bite is worse than her bark." Gonzo said, "Let me alone, I'm a family man. Push me too far, I might put up a fight." Gonzo said, "Leave me alone, I'm a family man, and I don't think I want it tonight." And Gonzo said, "Let me alone, I'm a family man. Push me too far, I might fight." Gonzo said, "Let me alone, I'm a family man, and my mother-in-law's bite is worse than her bark." Gonzo said, "Let me alone, I'm a family man. Push me too far, I just might fight." Gonzo said, "Let me alone, I'm a family man. I live in my mother-in-law's place, a real fright. Let me alone, I'm a family man. I don't have a place to shag you tonight."
Take your Valium today.
Well, that was Gonzo as a Family Man, which simultaneously debuted on the Matt Connaughton Unleashed show. How does it feel to be the subject of a song, a popular song?
I feel like a horse's ass right now.
I thought you enjoyed it while you were listening to it.
Well, I like the attention. I garner as much as I can. I did not authorize you to talk about my living conditions
But you don't have
Satire.
with song.
you don't have
Satire.
the name Gonzo
You-
trademarked. That's not your name.
Joke's
officially.
on you.
Your brother is Gonzo, too. I could have been singing about him.
You
Although
know what?
There seem to be pictures of
You know what?
in there.
Eric said it perfectly earlier.
What did you say,
When
Eric?
you bring yourself on the air, you are an open book. You're transparent, and it doesn't work otherwise. It just doesn't work. People won't cling on if you
Got
don't
thin
give them your
skin.
life. But you also gotta get ready for the heat. So bring it,
Yup.
bring it, baby.
Okay.
It's worth it.
Eric, we're going to start with you. 62 dingers, 62 homers, 62 taters, Aaron Judge. But is he the MVP? Him or Otani?
Look,
Okay, Eric, you go.
look at-
Then we'll go with you.
You look at Judge's stats, and yes, Otani is a once-in-a-lifetime player, but Aaron Judge had a once-in-a-lifetime season. And I think that you have to look at it and say, well, and there's kind of a looking at it and saying, well, Otani won MVP last year, and here's Judge with this remarkable season. Had he not been pressing for the last week, probably would have won the Triple Crown.
Unlike
something
yeah.
that's
Carl Yastrzemski, when
fair.
he was in the same position, hit like 458 and won the Triple Crown.
Well, Yaz won with low numbers, I believe.
No, 326, 44, 126, an era that's called the second dead ball era.
Respectable, very respectable numbers.
No, those for the time were great.
are good right now.
So,
Between George Foster hitting 52 dingers and Willie Mays hitting 52 in 1965, that's 12 years. Nobody hit 50 till like 89, where Prince Fielder's father.
Yep.
Cecil.
Cecil.
Yeah, still
won.
Prince. Yeah, Cecil. You're right.
Cecil
Sorry.
the Sea Serpent. No, it was
The sea serpent.
Okay, Kyle, put down your phone. And,
No, because I'm looking up stats right now. So when I talk about MVPs, yes, I
Oh, we have an incoming call. This is the sports show. We're not talking about anything outside of sports right now. Hello.
You guys are a bunch of pigs.
I'll
Who's
accept
that?
that.
Who's that?
A huge fan, clearly.
Maybe it was somebody satanic. I don't know. Okay, Kyle, you take over.
Yeah, come on.
Elmo, not now.
No
not now.
calls today because
Sorry.
people are being.
Elmo keeps calling. Sorry.
So when I talk about MVP, you got to at least make the playoffs because if you're not, like, yeah, you can have great stats all around, but it's like Mike Trout's on the same team, great year, but
Yeah,
MVP.
the team sucks. Where
So-
like Carl Yastrzemski took a ninth of a 10. You know, there used to be 10 teams in the American
Right.
League after expansion in the '60s.
Yankees
He
are-
took it from ninth right to the 7th game of the World Series.
Yankees are going to win 100 games.
One of the greatest seasons
LA's
ever.
going 73 and 88 right now. You're 15 games below 500. Yes, he can only do so much, but MVP, I personally think like you need to carry your team, and he can only do so much. But again, you're not going to see Aaron Judge again
You
for,
should
for a
be a
long time.
winner to get the MVP.
So you make a distinction, which lots of people have talked about for almost all
I
my
think it
lifetime.
helps substantially.
There's an MVP is the person that helps the team, and then there should be like another award, like the best player statistically.
The guy who did the most.
It's because we're talking about value right now. We're talking about value.
Valuable.
Erica, what would the Yankees be without Judge?
I think that, I mean,
Would they be the playoffs?
personally, I think they still make the playoffs. They still have a good team.
Well,
But obviously, Aaron Judge, his wins above replacement
It's
is like
phenomenal. 9.5.
9.8 last time I saw, which is amazing. They don't right now. They're still in the division race. If it's not for Aaron
Absolutely.
Judge,
and he's making his third hitter better, the fifth hitter better. He's there
Look at
making a
Ohtani.
lot of difference.
No, and
To folks, wins above replacement it's Bill James and sabermetricians. It's what value he has over an average player. So he gets the team almost 10 more wins compared
Easily. And
to
if they-
that's Babe Ruth territory.
if they lost those 10 wins, Toronto has 91 wins, so they would be in second place. I mean, 3 teams from the East made the playoffs this year, but again, nothing against. But what is it, Ohtani? Yeah, nothing against him. And
Ohtani.
that's a generational talent. You're not going to see someone who can pitch. What did he get? 20 wins, 20 home
No,
runs,
he's got
something
15
like that.
wins, 34 dingers. He's down from last year.
Oh God, I'll call him dongs, whatever. Yeah, but he's an immaculate player. But it's first
But
of all,
his team's
the
winning.
LA is one of the worst run organizations in so many aspects. Like they have 2 like the best players you'll see in a lifetime that nobody knows who. Like if I saw Trout walk on the street, I have no idea who he is. They have no personnel. Like they just run it so poorly.
also, I want to interject real quick. They're going to lose Ohtani for nothing.
Nothing.
They're going to lose him at the end of next season because he signed an extension for $30 million. You're not trading that contract.
No.
Hey, Ohtani has a 9.5 WAR.
No. Again, still.
So he's equivalent to
A strong
He's
second.
equivalent then, because that puts both his WAR as a position player and as a pitcher. Gonzo, why don't you stop being a child and try to get attention? That's your weakness. While we go back to this.
The only thing that I could give.
Vika's right. You are handsome.
Yeah, he's all right. But the only thing I'd give Ohtani over Judge is that the Yankees play in a minor league ballpark where it's 250 feet to
Yeah, but
left
that's
field.
always been Yankees.
I agree. That's the only thing I can give. Like, again, great seasons all around.
But he's a right-handed hitter. And right-handed hitters are punished.
Regardless. On a good day, I might be able to poke one out.
If you know.
On a good day. I'm not saying I can do it.
Well, how
every day.
Roger Maris, he came from Kansas City, and then he had won an MVP in 1939 because he learned to pull the ball right down the left field, which is 80 feet? Because they did that for Babe Ruth. Babe Ruth could hit 500, 600
Well,
feet.
that's like what Hoppy did when they'd put the shift on him. He's like,
Right.
you know what? I'm going to drop a bunt down third base line. I'm just going to get a walk-in single because everyone's you have to adapt to where you're playing.
It's not easy to do, by the way.
But so we got Ohtani and we've got Aaron Judge. They both are equal in terms of WAR, which is a statistical measure that's more accurate than just statistics.
Right, but it's
and they're equal. So who gets the MVP?
It's a 26-game win difference, and that's why I would give it to Judge.
Judge has a clean. They say he's clean, no performance-enhancing drugs.
I wouldn't say that.
And some people say that 62 dingers should be the home run record.
He should at his size. He should be hitting 62 home runs.
No, it's easier said than done.
He is an anomaly.
Frank Howard was 6'8".
Frank Howard
Keep in
didn't do
mind,
it.
though, that this is probably the most games he's played since he's come up to the majors.
That's right. He was at 100. What's he? 158 now, or 155
Because
for the.
he's had a couple 15 and 30-day DL stints throughout his career with the Yankees. So I agree with you that with his build and his power, certainly he should. But this is his first fully healthy season
Since he was a rookie.
I think.
Well, it's tough to maintain that. Like I don't know how to walk around like I'm 6'9". It's a lot of weight, a lot of pressure.
Wow!
Not all 6'9" people hit home runs either.
Aaron Judge is 10.7 WAR.
Oh man.
But-
yeah, it's up both. He's gone up.
He's also adjusted. Like his strikeout rate has dropped substantially. I forget what it was last year, but like, he's just not hacking at everything now. Like he's focusing. Look, what's his batting average right now?
He's
it's
MVP.
dropped
Would
down
you
to,
concur? Everyone, would you agree? Aaron
311.
Judge
It's a
should
311, which is very.
I would
respectable.
vote for. If I had the vote, I would vote for.
Put
Aaron
your hands
Judge.
up if you want Aaron Judge.
Yeah, and I hate
Eric,
the Yankees.
what about you?
Aaron Judge MVP.
Aaron
hands
Judge
up?
or Ohtani?
I gotta go. I'm a diehard Red Sox fan, and I'm pretty sure all of you are.
It hurts.
But I gotta side with Judge.
Yeah.
Just on the simple fact that even since Bonds, and I'll go on the record saying this, illegally did it, we haven't seen close to 60 home runs. And the stats don't lie. He makes his team exponentially better.
This is a guy with such power that a ball he can just from off his fists, and the bat and the ball being, not on the sweet spot of the bat, can just drive a hard single.
A check
into the
check
field.
swing's a home
Right.
run.
Jim Rice used to do.
Jim Rice
like
used to
that,
check
yeah.
swing and break the bat.
Yeah.
But it's not that. Also, I think he had an outfield assist. He threw it was like a $110 out of outfield. Like he's not the best fielder. Don't get me wrong, but
No.
cannon too. He
His
can help in so
fielding
many other
has
ways.
improved this year as well. He used to commit a lot of errors out
A
there.
liability.
Yeah. Now, in late game situations, you're more than comfortable having him out there.
Absolutely. And again, he's 6'9", so he could, if it's a borderline home run, he could just stand up and grab it. Whereas have to jump and make like a miracle play. But again, he had a great year. I hate to give it anything to a Yankee, but he deserved it. And I'm not taking it away from Shawnee, but it's
Amongst position players, Ohtani's not even in the top 10. Trout is number 4. Trout is somebody that. Why
that's the
couldn't
other
he
thing.
escape? Can you imagine if he got to the Red Sox?
What a
But
waste of a
they-
career.
yeah.
What a waste.
It's like the
Well,
old
that's
days.
why I agree with Kyle that the Angels are one of the worst run organizations. They have had 2 once-in-a-lifetime talents, and they only have 1 playoff series win to show for it.
in LA too.
They always were
Usually
had.
what happens is a
They got
player
World Series.
will have a great career and then go to the Red Sox or the Yankees. at some
Right,
point.
or L.A. Well,
Hey,
L.A. didn't
all
really
these
pick up
players
free
that we
agents
got,
for
they're
this
all free agents.
No, but look at
They're
the
all
Dodgers
free
are doing it right. And
Dodgers had the record for record wins.
That's
Dude,
true.
It's
And it's
working.
year after year after year.
Yeah, they
but
pay
they
the money.
cherry picked the Boston. you
Which
know?
that's fine. That's
So
the
what?
beauty of the MLB. You can if you have the money, go get that guy if you want him. And then you're gonna win. And LA's watching across the city, not doing a goddamn thing. Two generational talents. No, I'll say it. They're 20 games below 500.
Do you think Glenn should go in front of the Board of Aldermen and complain about John Henry, the Red Sox owner?
Yes, because he
There
spent
you
too much money on Liverpool, not enough here. If you don't love us anymore, that's fine. Rip the Band-Aid off. Sell to somebody who cares.
I only
To
have
Saudi Arabia.
one
And
thing.
get rid of that albatross of a contract that is Chris
Oh,
Sale.
disgusting.
Where's Albatross?
Yeah, it's from the Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner. It's Hex.
And I have nothing wrong with
Like
Chris
your
Sale.
No.
Why would I would take that contract a million out of a million times? But he's
If somebody offered me $20 million.
he's
to
a
pitch,
tall,
I'd-
wiry guy. You can only put so much of a load on that arm. You know.
That was a
We
waste.
talked about it last time. He hadn't pitched. I think he's only pitched 30 games once.
Okay, let's go prognostications.
What's that mean?
Who do you think's going to? What do you think Kyle's going to happen in the American League playoffs?
In the play, I mean, I'm glad Mariners made it the first time since 2001, which is huge for them. That was a great way
When they won
to get in there.
116 games.
2002.
Boy, you're
And-
smart.
Who?
You are. I didn't know you know so much about sports.
He
So
does.
passionate.
You never listened.
I do. Also, Philly
like
just made it the
me.
first time in 11 years, I believe. So shout out to them. But Seattle's it's a feel good story. I don't think they're going to go too far. Honestly, Cleveland doesn't make it
The
move
Guardians
for me. It's going to be
hate that
Houston
name.
and New York in AL. Normally, I mean, Houston's again.
Houston's got 106 victories.
105 is what I'm looking at
How
right
do
now.
they do it every year?
We don't want to talk about that.
Well,
They're-
cheating.
Yeah, I mean,
No,
but
they're
hey,
bang on
that's
drum.
semantics.
Do
I mean,
they have a lie detector? Or is
if
it
you're not
under
cheating,
the
you're not trying, John.
You
That's-
have to cheat in everything in life.
That's what the song Gonzo is a Family Man basically touches on. But the Gonzo character doesn't cheat on his wife.
No, that's
Because
different.
his mother-in-law would know, and he'd be in trouble.
She thinks I'm into. It doesn't
mother-in-law?
matter.
Honestly,
Okay, Kyle, take over. Kyle, do you have anything to say?
heart of hearts, I think Houston would take it in the end. Just a little better
exploding
pitching.
home runs.
Yeah, but they just the positional players are
Yeah, they've got some great players,
and they're all yeah.
and they play as a team.
Yeah, exactly.
Playing as a team is everything. Like those Yankees teams that were under Joe Torre.
Right.
I knew Torre because my father was a Braves fan, and he was the Braves manager when they went to the playoffs in '82. And I know he'd be a good manager with the Yankees. He had them playing as a team.
Mm-hmm.
So somebody like Paul from Cincinnati came over. They just had his day.
Oh, Paul.
O'Neill.
Paul
Paul
O'Neill.
O'Neill,
Which is a B-plus player, and he's playing like he's an ace,
Well, that's what-
he doesn't have the great stats, but they play so well.
Intense guy.
1998 New York Yankees is the best team I've ever seen in my life.
The 98 Yankees are the best team ever.
Yes.
Yeah.
They went to 4 games in Oakland, and they won all 4, and 3 of them in the 9th inning.
Is that the Jeter play he made?
No,
Where he
that
cut
was,
the ball off and threw it home.
I'm talking about the
Giambi
whole
was
season.
safe, by the way, on that play.
That play was great.
no, that was overrated.
It's
Jeter-
debatable, but no, it got
Jeter
to
never
quicker.
won an
Giambi
MVP.
was
He should
safe.
have won 2 MVPs at least. They always like Mao or somebody hit so
Yeah.
high and gets
Ma-
dingers.
Power, no power. But
I
good.
think
He
Jeter's
had-
one of the
Well,
most
they want
overrated players
somebody-
ever.
I don't think that's true. I don't think he
Omar
was such a
took it
great
from him.
fielder. They should have had Jeter at shorts. I mean, they should have had A-Rod at shortstop. He's a much better shortstop.
He was this close to being on the Red Sox, though. This close.
Yeah.
Thank heavens that trade did not
Agreed.
happen, because if it did, 2004 doesn't happen.
And you can't take that from us.
A-Rod's a great tragedy of performance-enhancing drugs. Because there's a guy that would hit 500 home runs in his career without
Handsome
it, and
as
been
a
one of the
devil.
greatest players ever.
He was
Yeah, but
handsome.
no, it's not. Because if Boston is not the best place to play if you're an opposing player. We tend to be verbally abusive, unfortunately. He would cry the
that's
second
so-
he. Like, it would just, yeah, he would cry. Like I remember Pedroia, I think it was after he won the rookie of the year, he started, it was about like 100 for the first month, and people were like, get him out of here. And then he won MVP that year.
MVP, second year, yeah.
We want those dirt dogs, the Trot Nixons.
Trot Nixon.
Pedroias, you know?
Oh, real.
No
really?
more.
I don't want those fancy
Nomar
guys.
is a piece of crap.
Oh, my God. What, do you want Ramon instead?
No, I did.
Let's
Ramon
focus
Martinez.
on 2022.
Fine.
Do you have anything to say, Mikey?
I think Houston wins it all.
Okay. How deep do you think the Yankees go? I don't think they're going to make it out of the division.
I would agree with that.
What about you, Mr. Pilcher?
I'm going with the dark horse team out of the American League. There's something to be said about playing well at the right time.
Yes.
And I'm a big believer in the Cleveland Indians.
Cleveland Guardians. That's why we need to take the caucuses away from Iowa.
Yeah.
If you listen to, I want you to listen to
See you later.
Gonzo is a family man. We use the pronouns they and je and person with a uterus.
No one's
We
taking-
won't stand for all this racist, institutional racism.
You need to protect your caucus.
We're looking at, we don't see any people of color in back of you.
Yeah.
In fact, we don't see any people at all.
Yeah, where are they?
He's got a nice pit
Where's the
bull, though.
dog?
Where's your caucus?
Hey, leave Eric alone.
Well, obviously it ain't gonna
You're
happen.
going to lose it.
Eric is right, though. They were 7-3 in their last 10 games.
And they got a hell of an excellent first-rate manager.
And they have a
Yes.
loyal fan base. Like, you don't want to walk into Cleveland. Like, it's not a good time going down there.
I think the Guardians also, and I'm really interested to see the Mariners Blue Jays series. I think that series is going to be really, really good.
It should set new ratings records, don't you think? What's it going to
No.
be on Amazon.com?
In Canada, yeah.
Hey, I'll say one thing about Houston. I followed Dusty Baker's career since ever he was a player. Then he, managed Giants and that.
yes,
He
he
never
did.
can win. He can never win at all.
Well,
He can never
I
win at
don't
all.
think it happens this year either.
He just, it's like a hex. He has the albatross around his neck. Because it was just strange, but he doesn't win at all.
You know what?
Well, he
had
runs
some great
pitchers
teams.
out.
What?
He keeps them out for 6-7 innings an outing, and then by the time you get to the postseason, your pitchers are just gassed.
Right, the old L.A. Dodger, because he was a Dodger. And they
Right.
always had great pitching.
well, that's
great
my
pitchers.
That's my pick. The
great
Dodgers.
starters.
The Dodgers are
I
my
like
pick.
the- you know what I would like to see? If St. Louis can somehow sneak in with the whole, they have 3 people retiring this year. They got Wainwright. They got what's the catcher's name?
Molina and Pujols.
And Pujols, of course, yes.
Pujols last hurrah, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's 3 of them are all
True Hall
probably
of
their
Famers.
last seasons.
First
If
ballot.
they could sneak in, I as a baseball fan, I would like that because obviously my horses of the race.
I
But
could see them winning a second-round series against the Braves.
that'd be great.
I could see them doing that. I just think when they get into the championship series and that buzzsaw that is the Dodgers,
Yeah,
they don't have anything.
no, I have Dodgers winning it all, but it's those Dodgers. They're the young studs in the game, and again, we got a couple 40-year-olds, people that are retiring this year. They've done their time, a couple 15+ seasons, hell of a run. But yeah, if they could make it through one series, I as a baseball fan would like to watch that.
I take it, Gonzo, you aren't a National League fan.
I just said the Dodgers.
He
Yeah,
did.
but you used the morning show fart button while we were talking
No,
about
that was
National League.
actually Mikey making a real fart.
No,
you
it was
were
not.
actually-
No, it was
You were
not.
actually on camera, dude. We got you.
Oh,
Gotcha.
lie. Get
I
the
told
thing
you,
out.
Brendan, he loves to lie, too.
you don't want the real lie detector test out with the electric shocks.
We couldn't, folks, we're sorry, but we can't hook up the
No, it's Wi-Fi. It's Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi.
Are you sure?
Don't break
Yeah.
it. It's $100.
Oh, it's down. Look
And
at it.
people call
All the way
Glenn
down.
and bother Glenn.
We don't bother
He's
Glenn.
resting.
No.
He's
Glenn
getting
is
better.
persona
He's
non
getting
grata
better.
here.
It's getting better right now.
Glenn's show is on at 5 o'clock tomorrow.
Yeah.
And people are welcome to call in.
Yeah. You want to give the number?
They call us pigs.
The number is 603-640-3091. And I'm sure Glenn would love to hear from you.
Tell him Large Marge sent you.
But
Okay,
personally, I don't have the Yankees or the Astros making the championship series.
You're going with Cleveland, L.A.?
Well, in the ALCS, I have Cleveland and Toronto.
Ooh. You think so, Mikey?
Yeah. I'm kind of biased here because we have the AA team and the Toronto team, and we have a bunch of our players up there. So yeah, I would like to see Toronto go, and they're managed by the manager that won our championship a couple years ago, John
That's
Snyder.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, if my favorite player not on the Red Sox is probably Vlad Jr. He's just an incredible guy to watch.
He's
all
a nice
around.
guy too.
I've never met him personally, but I'd assume so.
Are you lying?
Don't.
Eric, go ahead.
I'm a Bo Bichette fan.
Yeah.
I just love the way he fields. I love the way he plays. Just like you said, complete dirt dog, like his dad was.
Is that Dante Bichette?
Yes.
People really
Yes, it
didn't know
is.
what we had a couple years ago on that team. We had Bichette, we had Glad, and then we had
Biggio.
Well,
Biggio.
everybody was talking about Vlad.
But it was just so
And he only
cool.
was there
Well,
for
because
a
he was
short
hitting
time.
homers off the hotel.
He hit one off the hotel. That was awesome.
But yeah, Craig Biggio.
He didn't last very long in AA ball.
No.
He played every game he was here too, though.
Yeah, but he was only here half a season.
Right.
He kind of like half plays.
That's
Again, just a
amazing.
chip shot.
He went up to triple and then to the main team.
Did he even go to
Toronto that year.
AAA?
Yeah.
Imagine
Yes.
getting a $50 million signing bonus, and you're playing with guys who make
Here. And there's 10
make
people in the stands, and
$30,000
I'm
a
one
year.
of them.
I was there too. I remember seeing you for the first time. I used
You
to
two
do,
bonded at a Vlad Jr. game?
I don't do bonding that often.
Do you realize Vlad Guerrero is named after a Russian because his father was Cuban,
And he was born in Canada.
right?
So go figure.
Yeah. Well, so Glenn was born in
I
Canada
know.
and the United States.
I just wish
And both people, people fart.
I wish the kid didn't wear gloves like his dad did, because that was awesome.
His dad was a free swinger.
He didn't wear gloves. Yo, he would
George
a,
Brett didn't wear gloves.
a
He
ball
just
would bounce in front of the plate, and he
Iron
would still
hands.
hook one out.
You
It's
got to wear gloves
incredible.
nowadays, though. It's a different game. Pine tar is way too sticky.
But I'll just.
got a couple
I
minutes.
think
Go
that's
ahead.
win the whole thing.
Eric, go ahead.
I think the Dodgers end up winning the whole thing. I just think they're the most complete team. They're the best team. They're the most loaded team. I personally don't think any series they're in goes past 6 games.
I wouldn't
But
give him that.
baseball, like unlike any other sport,
Any given Sunday.
something can happen.
But
Any given day.
I know it was a football. Thanks, man. But no, they spent their money right, and that's what it comes down to. Where we did the opposite, and we're regressing very quickly.
And sadly, I could see Rafael Devers being a Dodger.
Yep.
Okay, we got to wrap it up. Thank you, Eric, for sharing our what would you call it?
A show.
Uh-oh.
Glen Sports.
There we go.
Glen Sports.
Yes.
It's always nice talking to Eric, though.
Yeah, Eric's great.
And anything, you have anything to say, Mikey? Anything coming up
Finish
or
the
anything?
show.
Are you going on Matt Connaughton's show after this?
Yes, I am. And then I got my kickball week tonight at 8 o'clock.
There you go.
Playing inside the dome of Goffstown Sportsplex.
And the
And you're
dome.
always welcome here,
Yes.
Mikey.
Yeah. I know. I've been busy pretty late. So
Gonzo,
Nice.
you've just been bubbling all the time, so we've heard enough of you. Look into your mirror. And Kyle, do you have anything to say? Kyle, why don't you say a few words?
No, I'm sorry, I got a little passionate about sports.
No, that's great.
I like the sports talk, because then people
We'll do
that
a
I'm talking
segment
about
each
don't get
week.
mad at me, and they don't call us liars to our aldermen, and that's nice.
We can do a segment in the second half hour each week. I used to have Mr. Baseball on. I used to have my show split in 2 sections.
I love that, and
Yeah.
again, I just shout out to Eric, just not even close to us right now, just being a real team player all around.
Thank you so much,
Respect that,
Eric.
buddy.
Thank you, Gonzo, for being on time.
Hey, enjoyed it.
And we're going to end with Glenn bitching to the Board of Aldermen again. And we'll see you next week, folks, here.